Hi guys, today we're talking about mental health. I've purposefully made it a point to have this as my first real video, and it's probably one of the most important videos that I'm going to make. Simply put, I wouldn't have been sitting here recording these videos if it weren't for younger Sahaj deciding to invest his time into working on his mental health. The best way I can describe it is by saying that it feels like I've stumbled upon this little secret called good mental health. A secret that has made this entire journey of self-improvement so much more easy and so much more fun. This secret is what has single-handedly made the biggest, most significant impact on my own growth. And it's this very secret that I want to share as far and wide as I possibly can. Quick note, the internet is filled with videos on ways to improve your mental health. But looking back to before I'd started working on my mental health, I realized it would have been much more beneficial for me to hear about the why I'd even want to do it in the first place than the how to do it and what activities would help me do it. I'll be making videos in the future about meditation, about journaling, all of it. But for now, I want to cover the first question, the why even do it in the first place. Any of you who haven't yet started working on your mental health, I can almost read your mind right now. I can hear your brain going, is this a hack that can help me boost my productivity? Will I be able to work for longer hours more efficiently? But I realize now that asking that question is like asking, if I buy an S-Class Mercedes, will it have heated seats? Spoiler alert, yes. But there's so much more to it. It would take me an entire video to describe all the benefits I've experienced from working on my mental health. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. But for now, I'll just say that life feels amazing when you have good mental health. And that is so powerful. See, when you're happy, when you're feeling good, you automatically do the right things. You become more productive. A man who's happy with his life won't sit in front of the TV for the entire day eating pizzas and chocolate. But more importantly, you'll be happy. Isn't that what's most important? What am I missing here? People say that you shouldn't strive for happiness, that it makes you less likely to achieve your goals to become successful. But in my case, I feel working on my mental health and making myself happier is the only reason I've been able to even set goals in the first place. Since there are so few people talking about true happiness, it's difficult for me to even try to explain to you what it feels like. So let me first describe to you what the opposite feels like, what depression felt like firsthand. When I was depressed, I didn't feel like doing anything. Fuck productivity, just getting myself out of bed in the morning and brushing my teeth felt so daunting. I would do anything to avoid being alone with my thoughts. So I became addicted to video games, to Netflix, to YouTube, to just about anything that would keep me from listening to my thoughts. My own thoughts. But if you have good mental health, if you're not constantly trying to escape your own thoughts, you suddenly free yourself. For the first time, I sat down to think, what do I want to do with my life? The options seemed limitless because for the first time, I now had all the time in the world. Poor mental health is the cause of all of your problems in life. But most people waste away their entire lives looking for cures to the symptoms of poor mental health. Don't be like them. You need to stop focusing on the problems themselves and start looking at the root cause of those very problems. You see, you think procrastination is the problem. You think not feeling like going to the gym is the problem. You think not feeling like studying is the problem. But those are all just symptoms of poor mental health. The first step to solving a problem is identifying if you have a problem. So let's identify if you have poor mental health. Well, that's very simple. You'll get your answer by answering this one question of mine. Do you actively work on your mental health every single day? Never mind every day. Do you at least work on it most days? If not, how do you expect to have good mental health? Can someone who just sits on their couch all day and eats chips and ice cream every day and never works out ask why he has poor physical health? Just like physical health, mental health is something that needs to be worked on every day. You're probably convinced that you don't need to work on your mental health. You're probably thinking, well, I'm no worse off than most of the people I know. That is the problem right there. You see, most people have poor mental health. Most people are unhappy. Most people feel unfulfilled with their lives. Most people are depressed. And unfortunately, these are the very people we are helpless but to use as our point of reference. Let's look at it this way. Imagine the vast majority of the population consisted of morbidly obese people. These people would all then consider themselves to be decently healthy, right? Because normal is a measure of what we see around us. And if most of the people you see around you are similar to you, you'd consider yourselves average, you'd consider yourselves normal. Through this video, I just want to propose the idea that maybe you don't want to be like the normal overweight person or the normal unhappy person. How do you make progress? You have to put in the work. There is no shortcut to it, no way to get past it. Just like to build your dream body, you need to go to the gym every day. To build good mental health, you need to do the activities essential for good mental health every single day. But I have some good news for you. From personal experience, I can tell you that you make progress in this skill a lot faster than you do in anything else. For someone who's never lifted weights, packing on multiple kilos of muscle and losing fat will take them at least a year to start to see significant progress. Working on your mental health, however, 3 months. I promise you, give it 3 months of dedicated effort every single day and you'll be a completely changed human being. 3 months is not too much to ask, is it? 3 months for mental clarity, mental peace, a significant improvement in your temperament and focus, being happy for most of the day without reason, and on top of all of that, being able to work on every aspect of your life much more easily and efficiently. I promise you, a month, 2 months later, you'll look back at your younger self with so much of gratitude. You'll see yourself fill up with so much of self-love. You'll have tears of pride and gratitude in your eyes, thinking back to all the times your younger self could have been playing games or watching Netflix or YouTube, but instead decided to invest his time into something that benefited you. I really hope you get to experience this feeling someday soon, and I hope to see you around.